Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. Unveiling the powerful forces that made Queen Naomi's Thanksgiving such a grand event. Queen Naomi's Thanksgiving ceremony was nothing short of a grand spectacle, okay? A powerful display of love, reverence, and divine favor. It was a moment that reaffirmed her place, not just in the heart of the Ooni of Ife, but also in the spiritual consciousness of those who recognize her place as a woman of grace and destiny. From financial backing to logistical support and even deep spiritual involvement, the forces that came together to make the event a resounding success were indeed extraordinary. Welcome back to my channel. It's again Dela Ram. I bring you fresh and spicy just from the success and the royals. Happy Eid Mubarak to all of us at Dela Rama. I appreciate you guys from the depth of my heart. I love you, Esheo, Adukbeo, my people. Sorry about that too. Sorry. Now, if you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. And do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. The other day, somebody complained that there was so much noise in the background. I'm sorry about that. I was outside. And the other day, they said I was drinking water. Of course, I was drinking water, and I told you guys I needed to drink water. Sorry about that as well. Okay. However, while the event was a source of joy and celebration for many, it became a painful reality check for, Ebony, the Ebony skin queen who once believed she had secured an unshakable position by Oni side. Witness were left in awe as reports surfaced that Ebony was seen shedding tears, overwhelmed by emotion as she watched the level of attention and devotion the Ooni of Ife showered upon Olori Naomi. It was as if the veil had been lifted, revealing the undeniable truth. Queen Naomi remains the Ooni of Ife's true love, the one who holds his heart in ways no other woman can. The realization sent a wave of distress through Ebony, who had long convinced herself that she had cemented her place as the king's favorite. But how could she compete when Oni himself was the one urging people to travel to Akure to support Queen Naomi's Thanksgiving? This, open endorsement was a clear message to all. Queen Naomi still remains, supreme in the heart of, the Ooni of Ife. Now, if you know what has been happening, Ebony has been in a lot of problems lately, from, the Ogun San drama, and it's been a whole lot with Ebony. And so recently, even though she is right there, she has not yet traveled. As at last week, they said she was supposed to travel over the weekends, whether she has gone or not, whether they have done because at the end of the day, we heard that they resolved that they would do cleansing for her and a whole lot. But she's not in the good books of Ooni of Ife right now. Ooni is, very focused on Olori Naomi and all of that. And as you know, according to her, she says she loves Kabiyesi more than anybody in this world. And no matter what happens, she is going to continue to love her husband. And so, if truly that is love that she feels for Kabiyesi, it comes with a lot of pain. When you know that the man that you love so much is not returning it back, he is loving another person. Now, for Ebony, this must have been a bitter pill to swallow. Many remember how she was once just an ayaba in the palace, watching from the sidelines as, Queen Naomi's love flourished. It was no secret that Ebony had always no ambition of being more than just an ayaba. Her deep knowledge of traditional rite and Ifa spiritualism gave her a certain influence within the palace, but ultimately, it was this same understanding of tradition that she weaponized in her quest to replace Queen Naomi. When Queen Naomi, of course, chose to walk away from the palace, it opened the door for Ebony to step in and claim what she had long, I don't want to use the word coveted, but maybe, just maybe, I should use that. However, fate has a way of restoring balance. Queen Naomi's return to public grace, marked by the spectacular Thanksgiving event, was a clear sign that her presence remains powerful, undeniable, and irreplaceable. While Ebony may have managed to alleviate her status in the palace, it is evident that what she craved most or needs undivided attention and affection still belongs to Olori Naomi. Now, who said that is not something that is capable of breaking your heart? Hey, it was a heartbreaking moment for Ebony as sorry, let me drink water. Yes, so it was indeed a heartbreaking moment for Ebony. One that no doubt left her feeling both, exposed and vulnerable, seeing Oni's open endorsement of Queen Naomi, hearing him encourage people to honor and celebrate her, and witnessing the massive show of love she received must have triggered an emotional storm within her. It was a stark reminder that no matter her position, she would always be living in Queen Naomi's shadows, and that is the truth. As the Thanksgiving celebration continued, it became clear that the bond between Queen Naomi and the Ooni of Ife transcend the ordinary. Their connection is more than just marital. It is spiritual, profound, and rooted in their destiny. Despite all effort to displace her, Queen Naomi remains the first to reckon with, a woman divinely favored and deeply cherished by the Ooni of Ife, the Aroleoduduwa himself. While Ebony weeps in private, nursing the wounds of unfulfilled desire, Queen Naomi continues to rise, her light shining brighter than ever. And as the world washes, one thing remains certain: love, destiny, and divine favor will always triumph over manipulation. I used to tell you something. The Bible says your enemies shall come to your light and kings to the brightness of your rising. And that time has come for Olori now. There is no child of grace that will be taken out of grace as long as the Lord liveth. He said, I shall hold you with my right hand. Okay, Naomi has been there, done that, and people have walked against her, even though she trusted them more. But one thing is sure, that there is a God that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that anyone can ever think or imagine. They say her Thanksgiving, they said Ooni of Ife spent so much money. Bosses left the palace. So many people left the palace of the Ooni of Ife to go and attend the same Thanksgiving in Akure. And they said that was why Ebony started crying, that he cannot even believe that Kabiyesi is telling people, like almost canvassing for people to go and support Olori Naomi, that when will something happen with them or to them, that Kabiyesi will give this kind of support, that it does not happen. Onemi, the reason happens to be that he is king. He may not care. It's your duty to do whatever you need to do to make your event what it should be. But this time they saw him trying to, talk to people like, if I cannot be there, you need to be there to support her. And they said the hall was filled up to the brim, like almost that you should have seen what happened. And they said that was why Ebony started crying, because things are not looking good for her and the Ooni of Ife. A lot is at stake. Iyanifa has always been inside the group. They are doing a whole lot, but except for, they say over the weekend she had already come out to come and do a ritual for Olori Naomi and the Ooni of Ife. Then she'll be going back because of the things that have happened in the palace. They need to do tens of thousands of sacrifices before the Yoruba Amolabi Day, and so Iyanifa is focused on that area. But in the palace, except they call her and bring her back, she comes back. But they said it's been a whole lot, and that Ebony cried. Ebony cried so much over the care, the love, the devotion, and everything that Ooni of Ife gives to Olori Naomi. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged rumors, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.